Okay, so we are going to talk a little bit about mindset tonight because it is so important. And I feel like, I don't know, sometimes we kind of forget, like, we get told, this is important with our business and this is important and we need to enroll people and we need to be consistent and all these things. But I'm guilty of this. Like, I have this talk with my husband all the time about my mindset and like I'll be so good about it and I'm like, maybe if my mindset was better and my belief was stronger and all these things, like maybe my business would flourish even more. And I know you guys have probably felt that same way too. We all have those rough days or rough moments in our business. Um, and so I don't know, it's something that I struggle with because for me, I've had stuff in this business. I've been in this business for 3 years. So I've seen it all. I've seen huge highs. I've seen rough days. I've seen incredible things happen that I could never even imagine happening before this business. But I've seen everything, and there are times like I feel like my team. I never want anybody to like look at me or look at anyone else. Look at this. I've got this star pencil in my hand because my daughter left it here and I'm writing with it. So if you see it waving around, this is like my magic wand, I guess. But I never want my team to like look at other leaders or anyone who's reached, even Ruby or Emerald or Diamond or Double Diamond or Presidential, whatever, and think that we don't have stuff we have to get over or hard times that we go through or, trouble with our mindset. I can tell you I'm a real person and there are days where, I feel overwhelmed or I feel like I can't do something or I'm not good enough or I stop like staying in my own lane and I'm like looking over here and looking over here and I'm like, man, I want what she has with her business or I want to be at that level or that rank or I want it faster. And you guys are on here for a reason. So I like looking at the names of everyone that's on. I know you guys are like serious players and I know that you probably can be hard on yourself, because you do want it and you have high standards, which is a great thing. That's not a negative thing. I mean, it can be in certain ways, but that's a great thing. That means that you're not willing to settle or be okay with like not reaching your goals at some point, or giving up, it's kind of a stubborn mindset, but that's what the best entrepreneurs usually have is that kind of like stubborn, I'm not going to give up mentality. And so, in this business, like I've had times where I kind of let my mindset choke my passion out in a way, and that's when I have to get back to self-development because the thing you have to realize is this business is not, and no business. I don't know if any of you have ever, if you've ever owned your own business outside of this, or if you've ever done any other multi-level marketing company. But being your own boss is totally different. When we go to a regular 9 to 5, we go in there, nobody's like, hey, did you do your self-development today? How's your mood feel? Like nobody really gives a crap how you feel at a regular 9 to 5. They're like, did you do your work? Like, did you get your stuff done? Okay, you can go home if it's time for you to go home. It's a totally different mindset. But as a business owner, and that's what you are, like it's mind blowing. I think back to 3 years ago when I hit that mark or hit that button on my page to sign up. Like in my mind, I wasn't thinking, oh, you're a business owner now. I was just like, am I going to make some money? But over time I realized, man, I'm a business owner. It's my job to succeed. It's my job to say like, hey, Natalie, did you do anything for your business today? Did you do what you need to do? Did you better yourself? All of those things. And so it's our mindset has to be something that we work on because it's not always going to be up. It's all, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's a business. Business goes up, business goes down, business goes sideways. It's business. So if your mind isn't strong, then your game plan isn't going to be strong. Your actions aren't going to be strong. You're not going to follow up or follow through like you need to. So I work a lot on my mindset, because I know if I start my day pouring into myself, doing self-development, that kind of sets the tone for my day. It sets my energy up. My conversations are better. Like, people, whoever I'm speaking with, if it's teammates or, people I'm following up with, whatever that is, everything just flows better. My energy is in the right direction. So if you guys are not doing self-development, please, because I had no idea in the beginning of my business. I mean, I was watching videos of other leaders. So in a way, that was self-development right there, because it was helping me like dream. It was helping me learn. It was helping me focus. But that goes even further. And, whether you're somebody who likes to pray, or whether you're somebody that likes to meditate, or, whatever it is, whatever motivational stuff that you like to do for you, that is going to be the strength of your business, because without it, your income cannot grow. Your income can only grow. I'm sure you've heard this. Your income can only grow as far as your mind. So if your mind is like stuck, it's down here, it's not evolving, your belief in yourself isn't growing, your positivity is kind of I know Angela's on here. I'm going to call her out a little bit. Angela is an amazing girl. She's been in this, has it been 2 years yet, Angela?
It's been like a year and a half now.
A year and a half. So, and she's kind of opened up a little bit about, her mindset, and I am not removed from this either. Before I did this business, I was posting. I wasn't a negative person by any means on my social media, but I did post the occasional like whining post, or whatever it was, like we all do. But you don't realize how much of that affects your business. And Angela, I know she's, everything you post is inspirational. It's positive. And does that mean that we're being fake? No, absolutely not. It just means that we don't put our baggage on social media, because people are not attracted to that. And through this business, and I'm just using Angela because she's right next to me on my screen. But,
oh, you're fine.
But, you really start to evolve as a person, and you find out so much about yourself, and you grow and you evolve. And I can tell you, I've seen Angela evolve into such a motivating, and not that, I didn't know her until this business, so I'm not saying anything negative. But I've seen her evolve over time, and I know I've evolved over time. And I can tell you, I hit triple diamond in the late spring of 2016. That's when I went triple. And at that point, I thought, man, I'm good. Like, I've changed so much. I felt like the best version of myself. But it's been over a year since then. And I can tell you, I'm still like what I thought was my best self. There was still so much room for growth and improvement. And I realized my business kind of hit a plateau. My mindset kind of hit a plateau. I wasn't dreaming bigger. I wasn't thinking that I deserved more. I wasn't focusing more. I was feeling comfortable, and I felt comfortable in my mind, and that affected my business. So if somebody had told me, 3 years ago about self-development, and said, hey, what are you doing for that? If I had started back then, I'm sure I would have be, hitting even more goals by now. But so that's what I want to share with you guys, that this part of it, your mindset, is so important. And you might think it seems silly. Like, sometimes I catch myself. I just had this conversation with my husband. I was like, do you really think that our belief could affect our business this much? Because you're like, well, how is my belief in myself going to affect whether or not I sign a distributor this week, or a customer this week, or complete my steps to success? And I can tell you, this business is so energy focused. Every single person on your social media, every single person that you come in contact with, they're attracted or unattracted to what you're putting out. And for example, I don't know who you guys follow, if you follow other distributors, other leaders. Some of the leaders that I follow, you know, when I think about what is it that I'm attracted to, it's their energy. It's like they're a magnet, you know, you feel good looking at their posts. You feel life coming from their posts. You feel like you know them as a person, and they just make you feel good. And that's what I want people to see when they look at my stuff. I want to breathe life into people, whether it's my teammates or it's people that might be interested, or maybe it's people, you know, that aren't interested at all in my business. But I want to be a happy, positive person. I know that that's where the good is going to come from. So you have to become that. You have to become or work towards becoming what you're attracted to. You know, if you go and look at your social media, and this is kind of where it gets a little scary, you know, giving that or taking that introspective look at yourself. If you go and you look at your social media, and let's face it, social media might be fake, you know, it's social media, it's not real life, but this world is social media based, and we have a social media presence. It's a different time than it was 15 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago. So your social media represents you, you know, especially if you're posting your family, you're posting your life, like this is you. And what do you want to represent? What is going to attract people to your business or push people away? So many times people might think that they're not pushing people away. They put up a status update about, you know, being disappointed or, you know, having a bad day or whatever. And then they're like back to their business post and they're like, hey, these greens are amazing. They give me so much energy. And it's confusing. It's conflicting. It's just conflicting to people that are watching you. They're like, well, she seems happy one minute, but the next minute she's upset. You know, that's not something to be attracted to. People are attracted to consistent, good energy. So if you look at your social media, are you developing a social media presence that you would be attracted to? If you looked at your posts, if you looked at, you know, your posts about how you're using the products or how you're, you know, how the business is changing your life, or maybe just a picture that has nothing to do with your business, but it's of you or your family or what you're doing throughout the day, would you be like magnetized to that? I watched a video the other day, and she described, you know, it was talking about how to be a top enroller and, you know, what that looks like. And she just described all of that positivity and, you know, the social media presence as being magnetic. And it just really sunk into me because I build my business through mainly attraction marketing, which for me, attraction marketing is like making a really solid social media presence where, yes, I do message people. Yes, I reach out to people that like my posts, but I also want people to come to me. I want people to feel comfortable coming to me. I want them to feel, you know, I want people to gravitate towards me and to feel confident in, you know, choosing me to buy a product from or whatever it is, you know, sign up with me. They feel that trust, and that's that magnetic thing. And it's not, you know, some people have that kind of more naturally. Sometimes we have to develop it more within ourselves. Sometimes we have to weed out our not so great habits that we do, you know, whether it's like posting negative stuff or posting, you know, whatever it is, stuff that's inappropriate, whatever, and focus in on us. But the more magnetic that you can become, and the more, you know, what is the best way to describe that? You know, just like a beacon of light. People, you know, the leaders that I follow that I find the most inspirational or, you know, just gravitating towards it just feels good to go look at their page. You know, you want to. So I want to challenge you guys to think about that. If you were not you, if you're like, outside looking in, would you feel that way about your social media? Do you feel like you'd sign up with you or buy from you? And if you don't, then I encourage you to go out and, find a leader that you kind of connect with. Because, some of the leaders that I like to follow, you might not vibe with as much or whatever. We all connect with different people. So find those leaders out there. If you don't know like where to look, I mean, I can send you suggestions on some of my favorite people that I follow. I don't suggest following a ton of people because then your whole Facebook feed is going to be just those people, and those are not your potentials. But you can also go on YouTube and search YouTube videos for It Work stuff and find people that way. But and I'm always finding new leaders that inspire me, and that either maybe they remind me of me personality-wise or whatever it is. And that pushes me to want to become a better person, a better leader, a more expanded leader, I guess. So I would suggest you guys go and do that. It's just inspiring to see that stuff on your team page all the time. And it gives you life. So if you're not feeling like you could go to your social media and feel like, man, I'm kicking butt. Like looking at my stuff makes me happy and feel inspired, then maybe it's time to tweak what you're doing. And it takes time. We don't all get perfect at our posting instantly. We don't always do the right things or say the right things, and that's okay. It's a learning process. When I go back and look at my time hop, like it shows me my first post, especially I joined May 31st of 2014. It seems like so long ago. But so sometimes around that time, it pops up my posts, and they're so bad, you guys. Like they're so cheesy. They're so generic. And like, I'm like, oh my God, what was I doing? But I look back at that and it fires me up because I'm like, man, if somebody like me with no experience, had no clue what I was doing, could make it to triple diamond, writing those posts in the beginning, like anybody can do this, right? We all learn, we all grow through our mistakes and get better. And my posts now are like my posts now are light years away from those first posts. And it's just come from getting more comfortable, more confident, watching what other leaders are posting, because that inspires me to write better, to be a better writer, to, put more of my heart out there, whatever. But if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I want you guys to know that, I don't want my team to ever put me or anybody else, what rank they're on a pedestal and think, man, I'm never going to get there, because I still suck on multiple days of the month. It doesn't matter what rank you get to. You always are you. You're always going to be normal you. So any of you can do what, reach any goal you want. And I made some notes because now I'm kind of rambling, but let me get back to my notes. I read this quote earlier. It just stuck with me. And I don't know what the exact quote is, but they basically said something like this. And I want to challenge you guys again tonight. I realized that maybe you guys aren't like this. Maybe some of you are, but I need to be challenged. I need to be pushed by something, because otherwise I get complacent. I get stagnant, and I'm like, kind of like, where am I going? What am I doing? I want you guys to realize that you need to challenge yourself in this business. And I'm here to challenge you too, to keep pushing you and encouraging you to be better and to do more, and that you're capable of that. So backtracking, I'm kind of like all over the place. If you've been with me for a while, I'm like that. But so backtracking into that, I want you to challenge yourself to dream bigger and be bolder with your business. A lot of times in this business, people are hesitant to get on their social media and claim their goals or claim their promotions, because you're like, oh my God, if I put that out there and I don't reach it, I'm going to look like a fool, so we just avoid it. But this is all about what we're talking about. We're talking about mindset, and we're talking about just getting your mind right. If you're not putting your goals out there, if you're not consistently doing it, if you're not being brave, if you're not being bold and being brave in your business, you're not growing. So, and I thought about this because I'm guilty of this too. Like I have been kind of scared. To be vulnerable for a minute. I had some really bad crap happen in my business in the last year. And I try not to get emotional about it, but I had some really bad stuff happen, and it's business. It happens. We have ups, we have downs. And so it hit my self-esteem. It made me feel like I can't do this, or maybe I'm a one-hit wonder. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. And it hurts my ability, it hurts my ability to move forward if my mind's not right. And so I kind of tricked myself out of you can't do that. You're not capable of this. You're never going to get here. And maybe I wasn't saying those things, but I could feel it. I wasn't feeling powerful in here. And if you're not feeling powerful in here, it's hard to reach your goals. It's like you're saying it, but you don't believe it. You can say all day long, I'm going to reach this goal, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this. But if you don't believe it, right in here, you don't feel I can do this. I am capable. I am strong. I am bold. I am brave. If you don't feel that, your actions are not going to support, or your behavior is not going to support those actions. You're not going to get to where you need to go. And so my last year has been full out self-development, and it has made me such a stronger person. And I'm gaining that courage that I had before, because I got beat down. I got beat down over and over again. And it put me in a funk in my mind. It made me believe the stupid lies of, you're not as good as you were. You're not a great leader, or you can't reach the next level, or you're not deserving of it. Or maybe you weren't deserving of this before. I put all these lies in my mind and in my heart, and it stopped me from moving forward fast enough, or not fast enough, but, to where I wanted to go. And so, and I'm still working on it. I'm a work in progress, but I can tell you I'm 100% better doing my self-development and realizing who I am. And who I am is an incredible person. And I'm not saying this to, just talk about me. I'm saying this speaking through all of you guys too. You are incredible. Oh man, I don't know what is going on with my Zoom account. Now it's telling me I have 10 minutes again, and I keep paying for it. I don't know why. I need to call them. It's so bizarre. Let me see if I can do it right now. Again, this is really annoying. Upgrade account. I don't want to upgrade account. Need more than 40 minutes. Well, I paid. Let me see. Upgrade. Annual. Jesus. Oh, I don't want to pay for a whole month at a time. Continue. If you don't pay them, they only give you 40 minutes, in case you're wondering. So let's see. You got to pay them real quick. I think I paid for a backed month or something, and that's what's going on. I don't know. Upgrade, apply. Oh, I have to hit accept. Okay. Confirm. Okay, the meeting now has unlimited minutes. Now where are you? Okay, so we're back. I paid. I'm good. What was I saying? Somebody tell me. Holy crap. I totally lost it now. Okay, so we're just gonna backtrack again. Okay, so I was talking about putting your goals out there. If you're not doing that, you're almost setting yourself up for failure. I would rather put those goals out there of what I want to do in my business and put it out there publicly and speak it into myself, because that speaking it into yourself is what makes you believe you can do it. I have not put my goal out there very much, because I feel like I have so far to go. I feel like I look at the big picture. Last night, and I keep saying this, John and I talk a lot. We are a talky couple because I'm a talky couple. He probably wishes I would talk less to him. Like, but like, I like talking to my husband and like about my goals and what's going on with my business, whatever. So we were talking last night, and I was just telling him, like, man, I feel like there's so much ahead of me. Like I'm so impatient. I want things so quickly, and I want to like be the best leader, and I want to help my team so, faster and just do all these things. So I like, instead of like looking at the one step in front of me, I look, and it was so funny because we were talking at the bottom of the steps. Now I'm going to get emotional again, but we were talking at the bottom of the steps coincidentally. And I was just saying, like, man, I feel like there's just so much ahead of me. Like, I'm looking at all that I need to accomplish, like, to get to ambassador or to get to presidential or to get wherever. Like, how far do I have to go? I'm looking at this huge mountain in front of me, or I'm looking at my chart and I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of people, or, whatever. And he's like, that's not what you need to look at. You need to look at this. You see this in front of you, this one step. You need to look at this one step, and you need to take that one step. And you don't look at the next step until you've taken that step before it. And that's not to say we're not planning for the future. We're not dreaming bigger, but we don't need to overwhelm ourselves either, because when you look at all this stuff in front of you, it might be easier to be like, I can't do that. I'm not capable, and we don't want to do that because we are capable. He said that to me, and it was like, duh, like, why not? But at the same time, and it might seem like it's a contradiction, but at the same time, you do want to put your goal out there, and it does need to be big. Stop putting these safe goals out in front of you, you guys. If you're doing that, stop. Like, just stop putting safe, small goals in front of you. It's okay if you don't hit the mark, but you need to dream bigger. For me, I need to redream, because my goal was to, when I started, my goal was $200 a month, and I made that goal. And the next goal wasn't really finite. It was just kind of like, I just want to grow my paycheck. I want to grow my paycheck. Then I hit Emerald, and I was like, I hit Ruby, and I was like, holy crap, maybe this can work, right? Like, my paycheck was growing. And then I didn't even see Emerald. Once I hit Ruby, I was like, if I can hit Ruby, I'm going to hit Diamond. I don't know how on earth I'm going to do this. I don't really feel fully capable, but if I can grow my check like $20 a month or whatever amount it's growing, like, I can keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing the same actions. I'm going to keep doing my steps to success, or at least strive to get close to them each month. Some months I pass those goals, and I'm going to work towards Diamond. And then I hit Diamond, and I just was like so focused. I'm so focused, and like, man, if I can hit Diamond, I'm going double next month. And I hit double the next month. And then it took me a year, and I hit triple. When I hit triple, at that point, I had retired my husband. I had brought in the full-time income that I wanted before Johnny was born, because when I started this business, I got pregnant right after that. So I promoted during a really tiring pregnancy. It was a hard pregnancy. I had a 2-year-old, but my goal was to get a full-time paycheck coming in for me before that baby was born. So I hit that goal, and then I retired my husband. And then I got to this point where I was like, well, what else? Because I'm not somebody that, like, for me, I don't want a fancy car. I don't need a mansion. I don't really want these big things. So I was like, what else is there? I'm fine, right? I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to redream. I remember last year, the end of September, I went to a leadership retreat that I won, basically. It was for triples and above, and I hit triple that year. So I was able to go to this leadership retreat with Missy Mahalko's second home in Montana. I'd never flown anywhere west. And so to fast forward, we took this trip up the mountain. They live on a mountain. We took it we took their vehicle up the mountain, and we were on the top of the mountain with a couple other distributors that went. And Missy was like, she was just trying to get us to dream bigger. And it was so hard for me because I didn't want a big new car. I'm like, what else do I need? I just wanted family stability. That's what I got into this for. It wasn't to be a millionaire. It wasn't to make six figures. It wasn't to even make like $2,000 because I didn't believe I could do it at that point. But, so I'm like, what is it? And we have to realize that it's not selfish to dream big. And so she was trying to get us to dream bigger. What is it that you want out of this business? Like, it's okay to want something bigger. It's okay to, want to give back. So part of your money is going to go, give back. And then it's okay if you want a designer purse. It's okay. And I struggle with that because I just wanted to survive. We were struggling so bad when I joined this business. I just wanted my family to be okay. And so she forced me to dream bigger. And I got to that point at Triple. I didn't feel like I needed anything else. And I needed to push myself. So that's my challenge to you guys, is to stop playing it safe. Playing it safe doesn't help your business. It doesn't help your mindset. It doesn't help your family. It doesn't help anything. Push yourself to be uncomfortable. Put those goals out there. When I started, like I said, I wanted $200 a month. Like, if I could do that, I could take just a little bit of that pressure off of us. We'd have more gas money. We wouldn't be struggling to put gas in our cars. Would it stop my husband from working a second full-time job? No, but I didn't think I was capable of more. I just needed that little bit. And then I started seeing what was possible, and I started listening to other people's stories in the company. And I started I was on YouTube nonstop when I started. I was just pouring positive stories into me and just hearing what people were doing with this business, and seeing people just like me, seeing people that were on food stamps, seeing people that had amazing paying jobs, but they were maxed out or full of credit card debt or whatever it was. I was seeing all these stories of people changing their lives and doing amazing things that we're told are not normal. We're told that they're not, we're not capable. We're told we're supposed to work our whole life and be a slave to commuting or, have debt or pay with credit cards, whatever. I saw all these amazing stories, and I was like, you know what? I'm putting my goals out there big. And I told social media, I told the world, I'm going to retire my husband. I saw this book, and I still have not read it, so I want to get it, and I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's like Retire Your Husband. It was written by, I believe, an It Works distributor. If I'm not, I think that's accurate. I'm not sure. I have to look. But it got into me. I was like, who retires their husband? That's not normal. Like, you can't retire your husband. You just can't. But I just heard all these stories, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I love my husband, and some people might not want their husband home all day. And that's okay. You could still work part-time or whatever, but being able to have that kind of freedom, the option or whatever, or maybe you want your husband to work less, maybe take up paying a job that pays less closer to home, whatever it was, that just lit a fire in me, and I started posting, and I was almost every night, maybe every other night or something. It was like, this is what this is going to do for me. Diamond is going to make this possible. I'm going to retire my husband in a year. Did I believe it at first? No, I didn't. I did not. But the more I spoke it and the more I put it out there, I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And every time I signed a customer, every time I helped somebody, every time I had a conversation with somebody on my team, even through the rough times, there are disappointments in the business. It's not always going to go our way. People are going to quit on you. People are going to stop ordering. Somebody's going to say something stupid about a product, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Those positive things got me to keep going. Every time I had a little win, I was like, no, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And I just spoke my goals. I put them out there. I said, I will be this. There are plenty of times that I missed, hitting a rank. And in my timeline, my time hopper, on this day memories reminds me of that. Like, I posted, I'll be this. And I look back and nope, I didn't hit that. It's okay. It's okay. Because it's my journey. And if I don't put those goals out there, I'm never going to reach them. If you play it safe, you're only hurting yourself. And, whether you have one teammate or maybe you have no teammates yet, or you have one teammate or you have 5 teammates or 20, whatever it is, your teammates need to see that fire in you. They need to see that you're claiming goals publicly, like you're being brave, you're being bold. That's what's going to inspire them. If you're playing it safe, guess what? Your teammates over here playing it safe, probably playing it a lot more safe than you. And then maybe they just give up, They say that you can only expect your team to work half as hard as you do. So if you put it into perspective like that, and you're claiming, this tiny goal over here, and your team sees you claiming this tiny goal, they're like, well, if she thinks she's only capable of that, then I'm not even going to try. You know what I mean? So the quote that I had heard earlier, and I'm not exactly sure what the exact quote was, but it said something like, your tries can become is that right? Your tries can become triumphs. And it said, how much get it? Triumphs, right? How much are you willing to put behind it? How much are you willing to put behind those tries? If you don't put those tries out, you're not going to get to those triumphs. And it just, that got to me too. I just feel like I played it safe for a long time. I've had times in my business where I played it safe, and I didn't think I was deserving of more, or I looked at the big picture and it overwhelmed me. So I was like, I'm not even going to try. Or, she's better than me, or her pictures are better, or her words are better, or that person went faster than I did, or I'm, whatever it was. And it only held myself back. So if you guys, we don't know the how. We don't know how it's going to happen. We don't know the exact timeline. We don't know the exact, who's going to be the one that helps us on our team, or who's going to be our runner in the future. We don't know all that stuff, but that's okay. We need to put our goals out there, because until you can do that, the rest is not going to start to fall into place. You have to claim it big. So speak your promotion in spite of that fear. Take the fear and just push it away. You have to claim those things. You have to speak life into your team. Your team is going to roll with that same energy. Your potentials are going to see that energy. People are waiting to see, this is sad, but we live in a world where there are a lot of people that are just waiting to see us fail. They're waiting to see if you give up. They're waiting to see if they could say, hey, I told you so, my husband is a vocalist in a band, and I'm going to screw up his lyrics so bad. But he wrote this one song back when he was working this other job before, like a year and a half ago, whatever. So he said, you want me to do well, but never better than you. And at the time, we had so much support from his boss. And then when we retired him, he basically kind of disowned us. We invited him to our wedding, and he was kind of like family to us, but then he kind of disowned us when we started we were doing good. We were making good money. And it feels that way. Sometimes people don't support you when you start doing better. And when you try to better yourself, you try to do something different, you step outside the box with your business, like stepping, I don't know if you guys have seen this on your timeline, but I see it all the time where somebody says, hey, I got a new job. I got this new promotion with my business or whatever. I got a new job as, doing this. And people are like, oh my God, congratulations. That's amazing. You're doing so great. And then with our business, we're like, I got a raise. I'm so excited. Or I got a bonus. I'm so excited. And it's like crickets, right? Like nobody says congratulations. Nobody likes it. It's just so different, right? People don't really like to support things that are outside of the box initially. And then sometimes people will never support you. That's okay too. But you just have to do you. You just have to move forward. And it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what fears are inside of you. You're doing this for you. And we just have to prove those people wrong, So let's see. I want you guys to look at it like, if you're not growing yourself, if you're like, when I started this business, one, I was just so naive. Like I didn't even think about like how I was going to have to grow a team or how I would have to become a leader. Like I just wanted a paycheck. I just wanted to pay my bills. And, I started signing some teammates, whatever. And I realized, oh, okay, so I have a choice here. I can either step into a leadership position, even though I don't really know what I'm doing, and try to get better as a leader and helping my teammates the best I can and learning and finding out answers for them as I go and growing. Or I can not become a leader and my paycheck will only ever go that far. It's only ever going to go as far as my leadership skills go. And so I just started pouring into me and I started pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And I can tell you guys, I am not the most courageous person. Like I have anxiety. Like John is my perfect match because he would jump out of a plane in a heartbeat and I'd be over here having a panic attack. Like he talks me down. I'm not the most brave person all the time or the most outgoing. I get social anxiety. I have issues. I'm a normal person, right? But I push past that stuff for my business. And I have to remind myself daily to push past that stuff. I've been talking myself out of like doing live videos on my Facebook because I'm like scared. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to say something stupid. I'm going to look like an airhead. Nobody's going to watch, whatever it is that I tell myself. And I talk myself out of it. And I'm never going to grow to the point that I want to grow to if I don't stop doing that. If I just move, I just need to move forward. I need to take one step at a time. And that's what you guys need to do. You need to, take that little bit of belief that you have in yourself and just keep going with it and keep going with it and keep going with it. And I can tell you the person that you are today, 6 months from now or a year from now is going to be completely different. Like you can't even imagine the kind of growth this business puts into you. I was never even like a religious person and I'm not religious, so to speak now. But I have grown so much faith and so much, I've just grown so much and I never even knew that I needed this. And I know that growth is going to, it's going to reflect in my business. It's going to reflect in my team. So you need to become the best version of you or a better version of you than you were yesterday before your team is going to, come along with you. And you might not be feeling like you can be the best leader. You might be scared to try new things. But if you do that, I promise you, the rest will start falling into place. It's intentional effort with producing results. We need to sign our customers. We need to sign new teammates. We need to work on that process. But the biggest part of this business is your belief. You can be on top of the world with where you are in your business. But if you don't believe that you're going to go further or you don't believe in your team, I can tell you that too. Like, let's talk about that for a second. I had some crap. I talked about this before. I had some really big crap happen in my business. And it almost took away my belief in people. I know that sounds really bad, but I had some people that I trusted with my whole heart because that's the kind of person I am. Like I fall in love with people. I become friends with my teammates. I'm attached to my team. They're my family. And I had some people, hurt me in the business. And so it made me feel like maybe I can't trust my teammates or maybe I can't, maybe I won't find people that will, what's the right word? Like stick with me or like, that I can trust, that I can count on. And so I've had to remember or I've had to like realize that that's not true. That's not true. Like just because we have one bad seed or one rotten apple does not mean that everybody's rotten, right? So you just have to focus on having that good in your life and knowing that if you are if you are your own runner and you are the good person, you are a strong leader and you are bettering yourself, then those people are going to come into your business and it's just going to explode. But it's only going to go to the limit that your mind and your heart are at. So I hope that some of this is speaking to somebody, one of you, all of you, somebody tonight. I want you to stop blocking. This is what we do. We like almost our energy, our belief, our mindset can block how far we can go in this business, and it can block what is meant for us. And I believe that everybody in this business was put here for a reason. You're here for a reason. You weren't put here just to be like, okay, like this is just a thing. Oh, here, look, now I'm finally seeing this on the chat. Cassandra said the book was by Denise Walsh and Cami Dempsey. I think that you're right. The book about retiring your husband. You should look that up. I'm going to try to find it and read it. But so I believe that everybody here was put here for a reason. And I think that we were put here to help each other because we can't do this alone. Whether you're, one of your teammates is on here or maybe none of your teammates are on here, or maybe you don't have teammates yet, whatever. I want you to lock arms with me, lock arms with your sideline teammate, lock arms with somebody on our team and commit and realize that you wouldn't be put here if you weren't meant for greater things, if this wasn't a purpose in your life, and that your mindset can stop all of what's meant for you and put a block on it. It's like blocking the blessings that are meant for your business. So you might be like, man, I'm working. I signed some customers. I got a teammate, whatever. And you feel like you're struggling. It's in that mindset, because I can tell you there's going to be hard days. There's going to be great days. But if your mind is strong, it's going to get you to where you want to go. And your team will follow. I promise you, your team will follow. The ones that want this will follow. The people that are meant to be in your business are going to follow. And when your mindset is right, those good people, those authentic people, the runners are going to emerge. And it only takes one person. That one person that comes into your business and or maybe it's more than one person, but it only takes one person to come into your business and change your whole world. It's just when it happens, your business can change so quickly, so quickly. And I'm speaking from experience. And I have some of the most amazing people on my team, on our team right now. This is our team, that I'm just so excited for. But I want you guys to realize that you're more capable than you realize you are tonight. Like, you are so capable. So build that confidence, because that lack of confidence is going to kill your ability to meet your goals. And lock arms with somebody. Maybe you don't have somebody on your team that you feel like you can lock arms with. Maybe you do. Reach out to them, because that's all it takes. Reach out to them and lock arms and, say, are you willing to do this with me? Do you want to do this with me? Because if you want to do this with me 100%, I'm committed. Let's do this. Let's run for our goals. I did that with somebody back in the beginning of my business, when I didn't really have a team yet, or I started to build a team, but I didn't have anybody that was like really committed, or even half committed quite yet. And I picked a sideline person that had joined right around the same time that I joined. And for whatever reason, she was totally the opposite of me. And I think that's what kind of helped me and drew me into her, because she kind of balanced me out when I was feeling really yellow and emotional, and for lack of better words, it was kind of like butthurt about what somebody did or said or didn't do, or, whatever. And she kind of slapped me back into the right mindset. And I ran with her, and I, when you don't have that friendly kind of competition, or that push, it's a little bit harder. So I encourage you, whether you have a teammate that you can do that with or a sideline teammate, reach out to somebody and say, hey, I see you posting constantly. You're consistent. I love watching what you're doing. Do you want to run with me? Let's make it a goal. let's make it a goal to hit diamond by, whatever that month is, or let's make it a goal to hit ruby in October. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to push yourself. If you're not pushing yourself, you're going to feel like, what am I doing? What's going on? I felt like that with my business, where I'm just like feeling flipped upside down. Like I'm just got my hands out trying to feel which direction I'm going in. You've got to push yourself. You've got to believe that you can do this. And I mean, that's what I love about this business. There are so many different leaders in this company that you can connect with, like so many different, it's such a wide spectrum of people that have had success. Everybody that from doctors to people that, they didn't graduate high school, or they're, whatever it is, like there's such a wide variety of people with success stories. Every single one of you can do this. It just takes grit, which means not giving up. It takes that commitment, which is kind of the same thing, that consistency, that drive, that stubbornness. And what it doesn't take is being perfect. You don't have to be perfect, which I love. You don't have to always know the right things to say. You don't always have to do the right things. You don't always have to be the best leader. You just have to be you. I watched it. I'm just going to try to end with this last thing. I watched this video the other day. I think I sent it to a bunch of you guys too. You might have watched it. And it was by Jade Hooper. And she said some things that just hit me so hard. She's, if you don't know, she's a top 5. She's the number 5 income earner in the company now. And you think these people are untouchable. You're like, you admire them and you're like, man, how could I ever be like that? They're so good at what they do. It seems so natural to them, all this stuff. But in the video, she opened up and she said, like, she had hit this slump in her business where she was starting to try to like be somebody else. Like she saw these other people, and she built her business through social media like I did, or like I do mostly. And she saw these other people were doing like wrap parties all the time, and they were building fast, doing in-person parties and doing this. And, and it was so funny. She's like, they're wearing fake eyelashes. And, she all of a sudden felt self-conscious about who she was in her business, and like felt like, I need to be like this person over here. I need to be like that. I need to stop doing what I'm doing and go over here and do this because they're having success with that. And you don't. You have to just be the best version of you. When you are the best version of you, that's what is magnetic. When you are a strong you, that's what, attracts people into your world. It's not about, I don't need to be Tiffany Her. I don't need to be Jade Hooper. I don't need to be Missy Mahalko. I need to be me. I need to play this back and listen to what I'm saying too. I need to be the best version of me. And whatever that is, that's what I want to be, because that's what is going to make my business thrive. And that's what's going to make me happiest. When you're happy, your team is happy, people, it's all good that way. So my internet connection is unstable. Thanks, Verizon. Probably because my yard is dug up with flags all over it. Okay. Oh, Sandra, it's on Amazon. I will look. Okay, so, one last thing too that I wrote down was about, finding that one person in your business. That one person in your business cannot come around until you've become that one person in your business. So yes, it only takes one person to change your whole world, but you have to become that one person first, and you don't sit around waiting for that person to arrive before you take action yourself. That's why, for me, from my experience in the last 3 years, that's why I've had the success that I've had, because I did not wait around for somebody to just light my world up and sign tons of distributors and be this and be that. I found people that I had signed that I saw potential in, and I reached out to them and I poured into those people and, waited and watched and helped and helped people evolve into better people, and I poured back into them. But I didn't sit around and wait. I was like, you know what? This is up to me. These are my bills that need paid. Nobody else is going to pay my bills. I'm going to become my team first. I'm going to become the runner first. I'm going to become my own star first before any other stars come into my, galaxy. They're not going to come until I am at full effect. So don't wait for that person to arrive. They won't arrive until you've arrived. That's all I had for you guys tonight. Does anybody have anything else they want to say or talk about or anything? So quiet.
I had my mic muted.
Oh, okay.
That was a great meeting, Natalie. This is Lauren, by the way.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi. And I'm going to bed now. But that was great. Thank you.
9:30. She lives in the same, she lives right near me. We always joke because she's up early and I'm up late.
Okay, say hi.
Hi.
That's Jade.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, say goodnight.
Good night.
Take your multivitamin and go to sleep, Lauren.
Done.
Did you want to say something, Caitlin?
I think it was great. I mean, I don't think I have anything to add. You didn't get to pick on me tonight. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'll make sure that I make a note for next time. I'll pick on you a whole bunch. But no, I mean, I just want you guys to be patient with yourself and just know, you might have an amazing month this month, and then you might have, maybe next month it's not so great, but I just want you guys to know that this is the process. Nothing happens instantly overnight, but if your belief in yourself is strong, you're going to get there, So I think so many people give up before they get to feel successes, or they give up before their runner gets there. How bad would that suck? Think about it this way. I've been telling myself this too, my blessings, or whatever word you want to use for it, your fortune, your whatever, your blessings are on their way already. And if you stopped and you gave up before it would get there, how crappy would that feel, right? I want you guys to envision what it's going to feel like when you have a $2,000 check at diamond level. What is it going to feel like when I message you the morning after your diamond promotion or whatever promotion? I message you and I say, hey, good morning, diamond. How is that going to feel? How is that going to feel? What is it going to look like? I've been having to remind myself of things too, because just because I hit triple diamond, it does not mean, I can tell you when I hit triple, was it freaking amazing? Yes. But when I saw it change over to triple, it still didn't feel as good as when I hit diamond, because diamond was I felt like I had arrived, that's all I wanted. Or when I hit ruby, it was I can do this. That was when my belief really, really got strong. And so that was one of the best moments for me in this business. Or, when I went to my first one conference, I've been to two so far, and, or even last year, sitting in front of sitting around thousands of other It Works distributors and hearing people just pour life into you, and hearing our CEO talk, or sitting and crying with your teammates, or seeing your teammates for the first time. Caitlin and I met this past conference, and felt like we'd known each other our whole lives, because we spend this time together working our businesses, and those are the I just got goosebumps all of the best moments. Hugging people that you've met, it's so weird. It's so
weird.
I would never be it's just so weird to feel that way. But you bond with these people, whether they're your downline or your sideline or whatever, you bond with these people, and it's so incredible. So the biggest moments in my business have not been the biggest moments, but they've been the best moments. And so lately I've been reminding myself, and I've been playing those things back in my mind. Like I remember, just thinking about how it felt. Like, how is it going to feel when you hit double diamond? Double felt really amazing because that was like something that seemed so unobtainable for me. And when I hit double, I remember talking to my mom right after I hit diamond, and I was like, double diamond is like $5,000 a month. And she was like, that's more money than I make. And my mom took care of me a lot. My mom, even into my 20s, I felt like a screw up. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't finish college. I had a lot of health issues. My mom was like my backbone and my everything. And like, and my mom had it hard. She, my parents divorced young, and she went to school full-time while she was working full-time, taking care of two of us and commuting an hour to get there. She was going for to become a hairdresser, and now she has her own salon and all this, but she worked so hard. And but I was just so proud of my mom growing up, like to do that, to buy us a house after we had been so unstable and all these things. So I just like, my mom was like up on this pedestal to me. And I remember like when she told me like, you're going to be making more money than me. And I was just like, hang on, like I never thought that was something that I could do. Like, and it wasn't about the money. It was about the stability and the freedom and the possibility of being able to like give back to my mom. And I probably could never repay her for everything she's paid for me, paid for doctor's appointments, or let me live in her house too long, or whatever it was, So it's those moments that stick out in my mind. And I want you guys to think about, how is it going to feel when you say, I am diamond, I am this. Say it now, speak it now, believe it now, because that's what's going to get you there. It's not about looking at the boxes. It's not about feeling overwhelmed about what your chart looks like, or who quit yesterday, or, who has an excuse or whatever. It's about you. So feel it and envision it and know it's coming. And I mean, the better you can get at envisioning your future, at sharing your story and your goals and feeling it, the more likely it is to happen. So I'm going to get off here before I start like being a total messy, crying mess. I don't know. And I'm going to share this with you too, because I was having a rough night the other night, and you might have seen my post, but I go and we find rocks. Some of you guys probably do. You find these painted rocks that people put around town. And so we did that with my daughter and son the other night, and I don't know where the other one is. And we only found a couple, but it was just so weird. Like, this one is so badly painted, and it's backwards for you guys, but it says, never, never give up. And the first one that we found downtown was shine bright like a diamond. And then there was this one. It says, be a unicorn, fill your life with rainbows. And it was like all the good pieces of the puzzle. Like it was speaking life, shine bright like a diamond. And then, just be bold, be a unicorn, like believe in yourself, and then never give up. Like those, maybe they're painted rocks, but for me, they were like signs from the universe. They were signs for my team. They were signs like that this is the right path. This is it. And my passion, my fire's been lit. Like, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited to have my belief in myself bolder and stronger again, because there's going to be times in your business where you feel a little defeated, and that's normal. It's okay. It's like, it's part of the process. If you don't hit that point where you feel kind of broken, or you feel like you're struggling or defeated or whatever, then you're probably not close to that huge success. But if you're at that point, or you felt that, you're like right there. You're right there. You're not going to have that huge success in your business without this. So if you're not willing to feel the little bits of pain or the big bits of pain, like I can tell you, I felt some real pain in my business. I've gone through the ringer with some stuff and I'm still here because I'm not giving up. There's nothing that anyone could ever say to me that would take this away from me. I live it every day. I'm like, this business is paying every single one of my bills. Like, you're not going to ever take this away from me. It's incredible. Oh my gosh, this lavender smells good. So good. Sorry. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I did hit record. So it should be recorded, and I still didn't upload the last one, so I will try to get the last 2 Zooms up. What is today? Sunday? I'll get them up early this week. And we also are going to have a wrap party, but now I have a conflict because I'm supposed to do it. I forgot I was supposed to do a getting started call Tuesday night for Missy, and we're supposed to have a wrap party that's already set up with my upline Jenna. She's doing it with us, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but I will post the details for the party as soon as I can figure that out, maybe tonight or in the morning, but that'll be fun. So there's 3 days ish left in this month. Go out there and push yourself, guys. Like, push yourselves to get 3 customers. Like, be big. Jessica's on here. Hello, Jessica. Jessica, this is the other thing. Like, I'm I get so attached to things. Like, I can't throw away anything that my kids color. I hold on to everything. So, even parts of me, like, I hold on to like people that were in my business that aren't even here anymore. And I'm like, but I'll never have another one of these people or whatever. You guys, there are some huge rock stars. Sarah is amazing on here. Cassandra, Hannah, Caitlin, you guys, Angela, Jessica signed freaking 5 customers yesterday. Yesterday? Was it yesterday now? Yes. I don't know what day it is. You guys, the time is now. Like, push yourselves. You're not always going to do that. That's fine. But push yourselves and plant those seeds. Jessica, and I'm going to kind of open up about that too, about her. But she was, feeling that kind of discouraging feeling. And then she got really consistent and she started planting seeds and going live, doing live videos, planting seeds, being so consistent. And now she's seeing the rewards from it. So that was something that I wrote down too. I want you guys to realize, like, don't take time off from your business. When you see people doing that, just realize that if you take like a day off, it's going to take you 2 days to get back to where you were. If you take a month off, it's going to take you a good 2 months to get back to where you were. So stay consistent, because those seeds that you're planting, all this work you're doing is paying off. It's already paid off. You just don't see it yet. You haven't seen what's coming, but it's huge. It's huge. Picture you opening your eSuite and you go to look at your commissions, and instead of seeing the number that you saw last month, like, picture seeing it at like $10,000. What would that feel like when your $10,000 is deposited in your account? It's going to feel amazing, and it's coming. It's coming. You have to know it's coming. You have to claim it. You are the one that's meant for this. You're meant for this. You're here. It's coming. Believe it. The right people are coming. Everything is already planned out. It's coming. You're here for a reason. So I guess that's all I have, you guys. I'm going to just keep rambling. Okay, well, that felt good. I hope that somebody got something out of this tonight, and that, that it did good for you guys. And I'm just so excited. I heard that we're supposed to be having new product not only in September, but like September, November, and December.
Holy crap.
Yes. And something about possible and they had talked about this a little before, but I think, I mean, it's a huge process. That's the thing. People think that stuff can just happen overnight. Like, we're just going to have some new amazing product invented overnight. They work really hard on product development. I mean, to come up with stuff that's really amazing, it takes time. Or to open in new countries, but they did mention possibility of Asia. I don't know what that means, but that would be huge. Like, businesses would double. I mean, our products would do so incredible. So, so I'm expecting that the rest of the year is going to be really, really amazing. So, and also, if you are planning on conference, remember that conference tickets and stuff go on sale like the beginning of October.
I'm like already like counting down the days. I'm like, we're halfway there. Yeah, we only have 6 months left.
Yeah, I mean, but like tickets go on sale beginning of October, and remember that madness last year, like. So, but I'm excited. So if you're planning on going to conference, which will be next February 2008, like the first few days, tickets go on sale at the beginning of October, and you have to like on your computer, like trying to press the buttons all day long to get tickets. So, start planning for that. They do usually do some kind of payment plan too. And we usually have a hotel room that we split up so we can, lower the costs for people and get more people there. So I'm super excited about that too. Okay. So anyway, let's plan to see each other next Sunday. Maybe we'll do it the same day. I feel like it's a good way to start our week. And I already made us talk through, the corporate call starts at 10. So if you're wanting to get on that with Mark, I would get on that tonight too. It starts in less than 15 minutes. So it was good to talk to you guys. I'll try to post this week, get it done, get it up on the team page. I think it's good for other people to watch too that weren't able to make it. So thanks for joining me, and we will talk soon. Bye.
Bye.